What's up guys, Dr. Josh here. I'm gonna go over the Flexible 5 with you. So this you can start immediately once you start corrective care. The Flexible 5, I'd like you guys to try to do as often as you can. At least I want you to do these exercises or stretches every other day. So they're pretty straightforward. The first one we're gonna do, if you can kind of capture this, is terribly basic but also terribly important. So it's a hamstring stretch. The reason the hamstring stretch is one of the Flexible 5 is because most of you sit all day, and when you sit most of the time, your legs are in this flex position, so these muscles tend to get really, really tight. So first of the Flexible 5 is just a basic hamstring stretch. What I don't want people to do is to hunch over as much as you can, just so you have an easier time touching your toe. Touching your toe doesn't mean anything. You want to keep your spine straight, your chest up, and you want to lean toward your foot. I don't care if you touch it or don't touch it. I want you to feel a stretch all the way through. I want you to hold it for 30 seconds, if not 60 seconds. If you have the time to do 60, great. If you only have time to do 10 seconds, that's okay. But I'd like you to get between 30 and 60 if time permits. So your chest stays high, we don't hunch over, because that's just gonna make your back feel worse, and it's not gonna give you any deeper of a stretch. So that's the first, it's the hamstring stretch. The second one is going to be the hip flexor stretch, because also, when you're sitting, these muscles get short too. So the hip flexor stretch is pretty basic. You can do it on a knee. I think it's probably the most comfortable to do this way. But you're gonna be on one knee, and then you're gonna take your hip and you're gonna kind of put the weight of your body on your front foot. So you're gonna start from here, you're gonna move forward, you're gonna take the same side arm up and kind of lean back, almost like you're making a half moon with your body. If you really want to get even deeper, you can start to kind of lean away from the leg that's back. So here, never hold your breath, always try to breathe. But again, you're going to try to do this for 30 to 60 seconds, at least every other day, if not every day. Obviously, always do both sides. I'm only doing one side right now. The third of the Flexible 5 is that you can do it in one of two ways. I kind of like doing it almost like a butterfly frog stretch to stretch the inside of your thighs, which are the adductors, because those get really, really stiff also when you sit. So I like to just kind of put my hands here, lean forward and push my elbows into my legs or into my knees. And then you're gonna hold this for 30 to 60 seconds. A lot of people also, they'll do it where they actually sit and they call this the butterfly stretch, where you're here, you pull your feet in, push down on your elbows. Doesn't matter which one you do, as long as we're getting these to stretch out. So that's super important. So that's the third of the Flexible 5. The fourth is going to be a glute stretch. So the glute stretch, the glutes, when they get stiff, they hurt the lower back because they pull on the lower back. The piriformis is a muscle that's also within the glute muscle, which is really notorious for sciatic pain. So this is a really easy one to do. You can do this laying on your back, you can do it seated, you can do it standing. Seated is probably the easiest because most of you, like I said, either work at a desk or are sitting in a chair. So all you're gonna do is cross your leg over, lean forward, and then slightly rotate toward the knee in which is bent. You're gonna hold this again, 30 to 60 seconds. There's other variations where you can be on your back. You can pull in like this. Some people like to do the 90-90, where they're on the floor and they got one leg back and one leg here. Again, it doesn't matter which version you wanna do, as long as you're doing this as one of the Flexible 5. So the last one is a chest stretch, because when you're sitting, most of the time you're hunching over like this. So what you do is you grab a wall, a doorway, anything you can find that you can hold on to. And you gotta understand too that your chest doesn't just go sideways, it kind of goes down at an angle. So typically you're gonna wanna grab something a little higher than your shoulder, and then you wanna turn your body away from it. If you're like this, and you can see your hand, typically you're not really stretching it. So you've got to really turn your body away from it and kind of lean. I like to shift my hips away, and then you'll feel all of that pull. Everybody's going to be tighter at different parts of the chest, so you either got to move your hand up or down until you feel that angle. Most of you are going to be shoulder or higher, because like I said, more things come downward. But these are the most critical posturally, or these are the most important for everybody, no, but in the years I've been a strength coach and a personal trainer, these were the most important for correction of postural imbalances. If you guys have things that are more unique, we'll go over that in the office. But like I said, try to do them as much as you can, 30 to 60 seconds, even if it's one repetition of each. and we'll add other things if we think it's necessary. But thank you guys for your time. We'll see you guys soon.